forecast all this future.
Amidst all the market turmoil, UBS has been facing increasing pressures on profitability. Market conditions have been challenging. UBS has reported a 27% drop in net profit for the first quarter of this year. But one bright spot was that Asia accounted for about 3/4 of the net new money, $22.3 billion that the bank attracted in the first quarter. What's behind these new fresh inflows into Asia?
Every time when we go through a very tough period where there are uncertainties in the market, Asia is quite unique because more than 2/3 of our clients are entrepreneurs. A lot of them actually have direct investment. So given the volatility, a lot of them would have stayed sidelined. I've always found during this period a perfect time for the largest wealth manager in Asia, which is UBS, to actually further consolidate our market share and grow our market share. So if you look at last year, 2018, the whole year we did net new money of about $17.2 billion US. This year in quarter one alone, my successors did $16.3 billion US. Very proud of them. Very, very proud.
That's a rebound after outflows we saw in the fourth quarter. Do you think the deleveraging we saw last year is over? Where do you see the second quarter?
It will be choppy. It will be very volatile. They have deleveraged last year quite a fair bit, taking some gains. Some of them took some losses. And I think some of them make the right decisions to come back in the quarter one this year, which has gained by about 15%. And some of them again have taken off some profits from the table. You will find this year a very volatile year as we move to quarter 3 and 4. And I won't be surprised if you see some numbers that are quite choppy. But it's all right. I think for most of our clients, they are well divested globally and across different asset classes as well. So that should be okay.
But do you think the growth we're seeing in Asia, the inflows we're seeing in Asia, will help the bank to offset the weakness we're seeing elsewhere?
Definitely. Asian wealth is growing. There are few things that differentiate Asians from the rest of the world. One, Asians are still growing and very hungry. And you're very hungry to get ahead, to feed your family, to really make a name for yourself, to create a legacy. So Asians are quite different that way. And I think the greatest invention, which is communication or the internet, has actually served Asians much better, which is why the advancement of the handphone or the PayPal and all the payments is working out very well in Asia. There is no need to convert in Asia. It is a direct application for such e-banking facilities. Asians will continue to ride this wave for the next 20, 30 years.
China has been a key market for you, but you're not the biggest private bank in China because the Chinese players are the ones taking the lead, but with China further opening up its financial sector, you think that could change one day?
It will change. You know, I think China is going through that same process, like what Hong Kong and Singapore went through the last 20 years. But they will accelerate given the advancement of technology and also the internationalization of the Chinese population. So currently it's dominated by the local banks through more of retail wealth management, but not the sophistication that is needed for legacy planning.
So do you think UBS has what it takes to be the #1 private bank in China?
We never go into any country not wanting to be the best.
What sort of time frame are you looking at for China?
For China, you have to be patient.
How patient?
I think amongst the foreign banks, to be #1 for us is there for the taking because nobody is really dominating that area. Overall, against the local banks, I think we'll be very happy to be in the top 5. I give us 10 years outlook. It will not be that short a play. It'll be longer because it's very simple. Until their local banks are ready, there is no way any regulators will allow a foreign banks to actually come in to act as a catalyst. You are likely going to be a follower rather than a leader in these big domestic markets.
China's become increasingly challenging because Beijing has now stepped up curbs on capital outflows and placed more scrutiny on offshore investments. To what extent have these restrictions impacted and created new barriers for your wealth management business in China?
That's the rules of engagement, right? So once you understand those rules of engagement, you just have to be patient. A lot of Chinese entrepreneurs' wealth are also already offshore because of their business. And that's clearly accepted by their government as well. Because they've expanded, they've gone overseas. Remember, 2 years ago, the whole world, especially in Asia, instituted auto exchange of information and common reporting standards. We went through that regime in being very diligent and strict on all our clients' wealth declaration, tax declaration, third-party audit declaration and everything. So no, it's not really impacted us. I think it will go through that process, but China will continue to grow. MSCI for Asian inclusion for China stocks will go from, or A shares will go from 5% to 20% this year by November. That's a big indication that it will have to internationalize. But because the country is so huge, they need time to adjust. They need people to understand and to adopt. So it will come.
Hi, I'm Christine Tan, and thanks for watching Managing Asia. Do check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thanks for watching.